News as we come to air tonight. Traffic has come to a standstill on both ways along the N3 highway. That's between Hilton and Cedara due to a multi-vehicle pileup. Officials say more than 20 cars were involved. Holidaymakers have been travelling in and out of KwaZulu-Natal in the last few hours from their Easter destinations. Let's get you more on the story. Bring in the KZN Transport Department spokesperson Kwanele Ncalane. Kwanele, a very good evening to you. What can you tell us about what happened?
Well, good evening, Tembegile, and good evening to all the Newzroom Afrika listeners. We can confirm that the report that we have received so far is that 5 people have lost their lives, and there are multiple vehicles that are involved in this crash which includes 5 trucks, 8 minibus taxis, and 22 light motor vehicles. There is currently thick mist in the area, and we are therefore calling on motorists to drive cautiously and maybe postpone their traveling arrangements where possible. At this stage, the road is currently closed on the southbound, which is the Johannesburg bound, between Hilton and Cedara outside Pietermaritzburg, and also the Durban bound as well is currently affected because it is used for emergency services and recoveries. At this stage, we are investigating what could have been the possible cause of this accident. However, we are calling on motorists to be extra cautious, as we know that there's inclement weather that has been, and the warnings that have been sent by South African weather services, which we can expect overnight and in the next few days.
I know you're still investigating the potential cause, or the actual cause, I should say, of this pileup, which we're showing pictures of now, smoke billowing from there. It appears people were there. One man, we're looking at him now, Kwanele, with his hands on his head, people unable to believe what has just happened on that stretch of road. You said to us it is 8 minibus taxis involved, 5 trucks, and 22 light motor vehicles. That suggests that a lot of people are injured, am I right?
Yes, absolutely. There are scores of others who are injured. However, the ambulances have been able to make their way to the scene. We were also coming from an activation with the Minister of Transport, Mr. Ndisiwe Chikunga, and the MEC, Mr. Sipho-Shomuga, where we were in Moy River, ensuring that travelers and holiday makers are traveling safe on their way back home. We are currently finding our way to the scene, so that we are able to see ourselves what is the situation like. However, we understand the devastation to the people who are affected. That is why we have called and activated all our disaster and emergency teams to urgently descend to the scene to try and provide assistance. This is quite shocking considering the fact that we have also had that accident that happened outside Gateway Mall as well, involving the scores of vehicles and a truck. So there seems to be a growing trend of these accidents. However, once the investigation is done, we will be able to get to the bottom of what exactly could have potentially caused this accident. We are also witnessing that while the numbers of traffic have gone down in terms of traffic volumes for the Easter, but there is still a high prevalence of accidents on our road, and this is quite a very serious concern that we need to deal with collectively as a society.
And just on what you mentioned earlier about the ambulances and the many people injured, an unconfirmed number at this point, have all the injured been taken to hospital or received some form of medical care, if it is, or even if it is on scene?
Well, the paramedics are currently on scene. Some are being treated on scene, but some of them are being transported to hospitals to receive medical care. It's still a very fresh thing considering the magnitude as well. So there's quite a lot of work. There's quite a lot of panic and people out of the vehicle. So it's quite a big scene at the moment. However, we are appealing to people to make way for paramedics, to make way for emergency services so that at least they're able to save lives where they can possibly can.
You said that people who are going to head out in that direction tonight should use alternative routes. Run us through the alternative routes and perhaps give us an idea of whether you, in fact, are able to give an estimate around how long it will take to reopen the highway.
Well, the main alternative route that we have on that road is R103 between Pietermaritzburg all the way up to Howick and Cedara. That is the one that motorists can use at the moment. But if they can postpone their trips, we are urging them to do so because it's quite hectic. And also that alternative is beginning to be jammed now because we have had to close completely entry around Pietermaritzburg so that we divert vehicles. So there's also traffic that is starting to pile up even on that particular road, which is an alternative. So if people can postpone their trips, we'll really appreciate that, and they would save themselves a lot of havoc and headache on that particular road.
Kwanele Ncalane, KwaZulu-Natal Transport Department spokesperson, thank you so much for bringing us that update on the breaking news tonight. If you're just joining us, at least 5 people now confirmed to have died and scores injured, according to the KZN Transport Department, in a multi-vehicle pileup. That's on the N3 North, Durban bound, that is. So far, to run you through the numbers again, the accident involves 5 trucks, 8 taxis, and 22 light motor vehicles, and many people injured, some still being treated either on scene or already en route to hospital. We'll keep you right across the story and bring you the latest as and when we have it.